Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage your co-hosts for the evening, Dr. Katie Nelson and Scott Thuman.
Hello, everybody. Oh my God, look at this good-looking crowd. Welcome, everybody, to the 9th annual Fashion for Paws Runway show. We're so excited to have you guys here. First and foremost, let me introduce this handsome, debonair individual next to me. This is Poppy. This is my dog. This is Papa Dog.
Isn't she hysterical? She's really funny.
Seriously, this is Scott Thuman. If you guys don't know him, he is the senior political reporter for ABC 7 News. When he is not interviewing presidents or hiking volcanoes, he's kind of typically hanging out with a 9-pound chihuahua, right?
So we're gonna go there right away.
We're
like,
going
this is
right
where we're gonna
there.
go?
We're going straight there.
Just emasculate me right off the bat.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, well, God bless, she's got a point. I love you, Olive. Here's the thing. My lovely co-host this evening,
Yes.
Dr. Katie Nelson. If you don't know, you've been living under a rock because she is everywhere in a very good way. She is, of course, on WTOP as Dr. Paws. You also hear from her on the Pet Show on News Channel 8, of course, my company. Proud to have you along. And might have caught her on the Today Show. She does all of this, by the way, while being a fantastic wife and mother of 2. So that's quite an accomplishment.
Well, thank you. And I'm also a veterinarian, so I do have one special request for you guys sitting right around the runway, okay? Our models have all been on very strict diets leading up to this runway show.
The two-legged models.
Well, I don't know about that. I'm a vet. So 4-legged models. So that means all of you who want to be super nice and give treats to the dogs that are on the runway or put kibble on there, please don't do that. Please don't.
At table one, they're like, wait, we can do that?
A lot of these ladies are wearing like 6-inch heels, and you do not want to be responsible for that ankle going down or that dog pulling them out. Okay? So, yeah.
Very good. It's a great point.
It's a good tip.
Yes.
All right, so we are all so excited to see you guys here. We're excited to serve as your hosts again for the 2nd time this year.
And that's the thing. So Dr. Katie and I have been fortunate enough, privileged over the years, to not only be on the runway here for this event, but also to co-host it for a 2nd year in a row now. And what's great about it is that means we have some idea of what makes the show a success, we believe. Of course, it's the outfits. So, Dr. Katie, why don't you tell us who you're wearing tonight?
I am wearing a Rom, and I think it's fabulous. I think everybody out there wants to see this. So, Scott, have you ever held a big dog before? Could you? Would you mind? I was gonna give a Rom a little.
Hang on, Poppy.
Oh, see, that's why I had him hold the dog. I was gonna have him a little twist here, a little twist there. Look at that dress, right? All right.
No,
so, Scotty, come on down. And who are you wearing tonight, by the way?
I'm wearing Sarar. Very nice formal wear over there. And suits.
Yeah, it is. But I one question. These are not Sarar. They're not.
They're not from Sarar, but
They're not
what
Sarar.
proud parent doesn't own Chihuahua socks? I mean, that's normal, right? Is that acceptable? Thank you, Scott Giacopo.
You guys all got shots of that, right? Okay. Thanks. Just making sure.
Yes. Well, with that said, and of course, talking about the clothing, we have to talk about our generous sponsors tonight, because without them, we don't have this amazing event. So we're very pleased to thank a couple of them in particular. How about Design Foundry for putting together this fantastic stage this year?
Absolutely.
The decor, the runway, it's one of the best we've ever seen. They did a great
Absolutely.
job. And then Audi coming, is there someone from Audi here tonight? There you go. Thank you for coming back as our top dog sponsor. We're happy that you're back a 2nd year. Of course, beautiful car if you haven't seen it in reception, and the 2 models that were special as well.
Thank you to the WHS staff that actually pushed that Audi in today, above and beyond, to make this event
She's not
work out.
lying. Blood, sweat, and tears from the step. They physically pushed the car in today, so we're grateful for that. And lastly, I want to thank Tyson's Galleria, because they are the reason that we have all of the lovely spring fashion wear to show you on this fine evening.
That's right. So they are responsible for the 4-leggers. I'm sorry, for the 2-leggers. For the 2-leggers. And Toka Salon, we have to say thank you to the hair and makeup for us 2-leggers. very much. Thank you, guys. Thank you to Regal and Pooch for outfitting the four-leggers. Look at Papa and Olive. I mean, have we really pointed out the fact? We pointed out what Olive's wearing. I don't really think we have to point it out. I think it speaks for itself, but it's pretty incredible. That's right, folks. Awe. Give us an awe. She needs an awe. She's a little bridal mermaid. Isn't she precious? A chi mermaid. I love it. All right, and thank you also to Scott Thuman for having a great sense of humor, but to Anytime K9. They are behind the scenes tonight, keeping all of our doggy models calm in a very zen atmosphere backstage, because you've probably all wondered where these guys hang out. Anytime K9 is actually who takes care of all them while the models are out here.
Very well cared for tonight, and that's obviously important. Last thing I want to say real quickly is we want to genuinely, authentically thank you. Because without you being here, without you buying tickets, without you buying tables and being here, the Washington Humane Society couldn't continue its important cause. It is their hard, critical work that the Washington Humane Society does to care for 43,000 pets in our area every single year, Washington, D.C. Over 50,000 this year. So a round of applause to you for helping the Humane Society, allowing them to continue that work.
Absolutely. Over 50,000 animals' lives have been touched this year. It's just absolutely incredible what they do. And without any further ado, I would like to welcome to the stage an incredible individual. I can't even say enough about her, but welcome to the stage, President, CEO, Lisa LaFontaine.
Good evening, everyone. I've had to follow a lot of speakers and beings in my life, but I don't know how I top a chihuahua in a wedding gown. Thank you so much for being here. I just want to say a word about our co-hosts tonight. Dr. Katie and Scott are not just the MCs this evening. They live our mission throughout the year. This is just one of many things they do to support us. So please give them a big round of applause, because it's not just tonight, it's every day of the year. So tonight is set up as a friendly competition. And one thing that's a little different about our event this year is we have 4 members of our board of directors who are supermodels, which means they're going to be in the calendar next year. And they've provided some great leadership support. But really, the heart and soul of this event are the 50 amazing models who have been raising money, sometimes for months. And they do it in a variety of ways. Some of them partner with businesses, have fundraisers with their friends, ask their colleagues. I mean, they work so hard to raise the money to be here. And tonight's a celebration for them and for all of us of their hard work. It looks like we're going to top $400,000 tonight for our programs, so thank you. And I want to make sure everybody buys a golden ticket, because the golden tickets are what's going to put us over the threshold. So if you haven't bought one, buy a golden ticket. Help us meet our goal tonight. Sold out. They sold out? But you know, the real winners aren't here tonight. The real winners are somewhere out in the community, probably not feeling like winners right now. They're the animals that we're going to help in the next year, because you were here and you gave so supportively to us. And one of the things that just should give you as much pleasure as it gives me is by knowing that there may be a dog on a chain or a cat living outside who's just in the worst of circumstances right now, but next year at this time when we come back together is going to be part of a loving family, because you were here tonight and you gave so generously to us. And that's what we're about, is creating families. So I'm going to just get off stage now, because the real surprise is those dogs back there have some amazing clothes on, and they're pretty excited to show you. So put your hands together for what's going to be a wonderful night. And now I want to bring out the event chairman, Greg Regal, who is a member of our board of directors. Greg.
Well, thank you, Lisa, and good evening, everyone. As one of the co-chairs of this event, I have the pleasure of what amounts to an extended thank you to some people with whose help this event would not exist. And I wanted to start by thanking all of the volunteers the folks in the pink shirts you see walking around that have worked tirelessly. That same thanks applies. Thank you. Please give them a round of applause. Please extend that same courtesy to the WHS staff who have also worked tirelessly behind the scenes. Incredibly capable, incredibly hardworking. And in addition to being proud to co-chair this event, I am also a member of the board of the Washington Humane Society. And on behalf of our collective leadership, I wanted to extend a personal thank you to all of you for your generosity and the time you've spent here this evening. And I hope, if nothing more, that as you leave this event, you'll find this to be both entertaining and inspiring. I urge you to stay involved, stay connected with us. There are some incredible things that this organization is doing in the coming months, and I think you'll find the story to be both impressive and inspiring as we go forward. So thank you. Now, speaking of inspiring stories, there are some individuals we need to thank personally before we get on with the show, and there they are right behind me. And I knew something was distracting me, and it was either the girls or the dog. I think it's the dog. I want to introduce my two co-chairs of this event. To my right, Dr. Lauren Tallarico and Poetry Sayer, both who have been involved in this for multiple years, have worked very hard, directly and indirectly, and that dog is just leaving us speechless. So thank you both. You've heard the story of our fundraisers and how hard they work, and this is probably one of the more personal fundraising events of this type in DC. And we want to just take a moment to introduce you personally to three of the top fundraisers. So let me start by bringing out our second runner-up, who is a 3-year veteran of this event. She raised almost $16,000 this year, and in her career, she has raised almost $40,000. Please welcome Tara Kowalski. Tara, congratulations, well done. There you are. It is also my distinct pleasure to recognize our first runner-up, I should say. She is a first-timer to this event, thereby almost ensuring an invitation back. She's raised almost $26,000. I want you to meet Linny Meganson. Linny, great job.
Thank you.
Now, she may be the first runner-up, but that's a first prize hairdo, to say the least. Give Linny a round of applause. And last, and certainly not least, I want you to meet my fellow WHS board member, Donald Hoffman. Donald's a unique guy for a lot of reasons. Donald there? Donald is to be commended for his commitment to the care and well-being of Staffordshire Terriers, or Pit Bulls, as you may know them. And he has raised $30,000. Awesome job, Donald. Another round of applause for all these wonderful fundraisers and our co-chairs. Thank you all so much. Have a good time and appreciate your support.